Welcome, beautiful ones. This is my energy reading for the week commencing the 8th of December 2025. Thank you for joining me. So, like the last few weeks, I'm just going to this just to help prepare the space and also just give us a short period of time to settle down into ourselves, into our bodies, to just spend a couple of minutes coming into presence, into our own presence. So the intention for this reading, and I'm using the Soul Freedom Energy card deck by Donia Morris. And the intention is for the most perfect reading, the most perfect and clear understanding of the invitations coming up for us for the week commencing 8th of December. So we are now fully into December. And coming up to the end of the year, or prior to that, we've just come through the full moon, and there will be a new moon in about just under 2 weeks' time, right before the solstice, 20th, 21st. Okay, so lots of lovely energies coming in, hence the need to be, and that's the lowest bowl I have in C for the root chakra. We have to just make sure that we're nicely anchored and grounded and taking good care of the body, especially at this time of the year. Okay, where there may be lots of parties and eating and alcohol. So it's good to eat lovely, lovely food. Just make sure you get enough sleep as well. So there is the intention which is set. And I'm going to shuffle. And split. And it's this side, left side. So splitting that into two. The right side of the two. And splitting it again. Right side again. And so I'm just going where the left hand is choosing the left side. So I'm down to 4 cards. We had 4 cards last week, but out of this 4, what is, and this is the first card. Aha, Divine Father. Okay. It's also quite good to ask for what would my most perfect father be? If I had the most perfect father, what would he be like? And it would be quite an interesting thing to do. And then have a look at your father, what he was like, or what he is like. And then you may find that you have to parent yourself, be the parent that you wanted, that you really wanted. And that might be quite useful in resolving a lot of emotional or mental issues that may bring rise to patterns which are getting a bit tiring. Authenticity, oh, look at that. I love the colors and the shapes, lots of squares and triangles as well. And the number 4. Right, and the final one. Okay, what's the last one going to be? Okay, that side. All right. So I will read out I will read out from the little book because it's nice and concise. Okay. Down to, and this is the Ascension. Okay. Looks like lots of good stuff. Perhaps things to look at, to embody the energies and the beauty and the courage of the Divine Father, the protective energies and the creativity of the Divine Father. So the intention is to receive the energy of divine order. So yes, it's to do with order, self-actualization and vision through the Divine Father, and embrace your divine masculine aspects. It's nothing to do about how to be a man. It's the masculine sides of the energy, the archetypes of the masculine energies. So the key energies are action, order, and vision. Okay, the yang energies, action, order, and vision. And the message is embrace the energy of the Divine Father and bring forth divine order. So it's not just any old order, but according to the divine rules in a sense. Inspiration and self-actualization in your life. So, what do we mean by divine order? And for something to become matter, there needs to be an intention. So it's almost like steps. There can be some parts of it where it merges, and we might argue that, is it actually a more circuitous instead of a linear? And perhaps, yes, it is more actually a circuitous or a circular route. But first there has to be the intention. Otherwise, things will still come to be, but they may not be what you really want. So the intention, and then the action, or taking the steps to be able to take action. So there is an order to it. So I think that's what divine order is. Okay. Inspiration and self-actualization in your life. Connect with your divine masculine aspects and feel empowered to take inspired action. So really it's about action. Now is the time to manifest your highest intentions in strength and purpose, with strength and purpose. Trust in the energy of the Divine Father to guide you with wisdom and vision as you create a life aligned with your heart and fullest potential. So it's really also about, yesterday when I ran live online alchemy, so bowls with the crystal bowls and Reiki coming through, I really felt the energies of Raziel. Ratziel, the Archangel Ratziel. And this is the angel of the mysteries who is reputed to have written the book of Ratziel, which is the book of knowledge, wisdom, all the mysteries. And this is the energy of the highest divine masculine. Okay, and you could say it is also the divine father. That's part of it. Yeah, or it could be part of it. Yeah. So we would expect father, or the father figure, to have things in order, to be able to help protect the family, to sit down and say, well, let's have a discussion about that. Before you can do that, you're going to have to do this first. If you want to become a doctor, you'll have to study quite a bit, you'll have to practice quite a bit, and you'll have to go through, certain hoops. You have to go through certain qualifications to make sure that that you're well practiced and that you can go forward and then help to save lives and help to serve people to get better, to heal, yeah, and to be able to actually perform surgeries. It's such an intricate work. So there's a definite route to help a person to achieve the highest potential, if that's the route they want to take. So I think we're being reminded that we know what we want, and we may have to follow certain steps in order for that vision to be actualized. And you may have to do a lot of learning, you may have to do quite a bit of practice, you may have to shift around a bit, but the result is there and you can do it. But action, order and vision. Okay, and with Ratziel coming through, I think that we are being given a lot of openings for some very, very ancient. When I say ancient, it doesn't feel so much like, it's almost like it's a state or and it's an age which has come from very old longings and very old intentions. And it's almost like it is a kind of a loop, but it also feels like as if it's the ones from the future are helping to create it, but by coming into the past. I don't understand. When I keep thinking of ancient ones, it's not like ancient ones in terms of time. It's almost like there are lots of dreamers, and these dreamers exist outside of space and time, or all through time, and it's not time as we understand it. And it's slightly, I can't explain it. Anyway, we will move on, because perhaps something will pop into my mind, but it's such a loving energy. And when the previous last week's reading was created, I just felt some very, very ancient ones, and it's the same beings, but it's almost like in some funny way we call it ancients, but they've kind of come from the future as well. If you get what I mean. So I'm just gonna let that go, because I don't understand, so I cannot verbalize. So we'll just leave that as a mystery, and maybe someone will shed some light on it, I'm sure. So the second card is authenticity. So being authentic and true to ourselves. So the intention is embody your true self without fear of judgment, and know that you're good enough, loved and divinely guided always. So just know, and we must stay strong and courageous. And so Divine Father is also about strength, I believe, helping to keep us on the straight and narrow. Not quite, but you know what I mean. You keep us with the eyes focused and holding us to task. And you have to stay authentic to your vision. Don't get so pushed around by the waves of naysayers and stuff like that. Okay, so embody your true self without fear of judgment. You really be true to yourself and know you are good enough, loved and divinely guided always. The key energies, integrity, courage and divine truth. You're bringing your unique, divine, actualized energy, real energy into this, and everyone needs it. It's like a huge dish that this world is creating, huge smorgasbord, and you miss one little thing, which is what you contribute, and it tastes off. Tastes just, you know what I mean. Yeah, maybe it needs a bit more salt, a particular type of salt, or spice salt, or this spice, or whatever. But it misses it out. It's like the piccolo being missed out in the symphony. And it's like, no, it's supposed to be in there. Why is it not playing? It might seem like a very small part of the orchestra, but no, it's needed, and so are you. The message is step boldly into your authentic self and know that you're more than enough, deeply loved and divinely supported in every moment. Embrace your truth with courage and trust that your integrity will guide you to align with your highest path. By living with authenticity, you unlock the power of your divine essence and share your unique light with the world. But that's really what's needed. Yeah? We can't all be the same or be pink or blue. We have to have others as well. And the ones in between what we can see. And the dogs and the cats can see a bit more than that. Sometimes we need something else too. The whole spectrum, the whole range. And what do we get? What is the I think for us really for this time, perhaps the end result is the eye on the ascension. Keeps coming up. Elevate your consciousness to new spiritual dimensions and radiate the new golden age into being. Hence, it doesn't feel linear. And I don't know what's going on in my brain. But yeah. They're all together. It's not just one. You have to be authentic when you want to put something and create something so that it's true and it vibrates at a frequency where it just cannot be ignored, and it is truthful and it is full of its light and its shadow and everything, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful in its own way. And it's necessary. Expansion, enlightenment, and higher wisdom. And the message is elevate your consciousness and rise up new spiritual dimensions. Together, we all do it together. Sublime divine connection and highest wisdom awaits you. And the Raziel energy, you become a radiant channel for the new golden age. And you anchor your light and love into the world by expressing your soul gifts. Trust in this journey to ascension and know that you are an integral part of the collective transformation to a higher state of being, to a more loving, more joyful, more blissful state of being with loads of co-creation, wonderful co-creation. So all the three really have to work alongside each other. I know that, 3 card readings or whatever, it's like past, present, future, but really it isn't. It's all running together, feeding into each other, rolling and merging into each other. Without authenticity, how are you going to create what you want and for the action to be as smooth as possible? And what are the essential goals? Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. And I'm sorry that it's just, maybe in a few months' time I'll be able to understand what the hell is really going on. But all I can say is all the energies coming in are pretty in one level, some levels, very, very subtle, but at others, it's like boom, like a hammer, like a hammer. Hence, it would be good to meditate, do your mindfulness practices, do your breathing exercises, go out in nature, get your feet on the ground, on the grass. Cold here, yeah, I know, but and I'm very lazy to do that, so I'm doing my meditation. But yeah, it's getting connected with Earth, because she's also shifting, but she's really supportive, and she can help with that and help to recalibrate our energy, so that when we move and we elevate ourselves, or we are elevated, it's not going to produce a lot of detoxing or whatever. So she can help to support us through that. So this is a brilliant time, even if you're in the northern hemisphere and it's getting so dark, to go and just, yeah, get your hands a bit dirty. I'll be doing some gardening this weekend. So thank you very much. Namaste, and I hope this is useful. If it is, please give it a thumbs up, and do share it with your friends, and do subscribe, please. That would be great. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.